We've just after had a lovely breakfast, and we did a lot of breath work yesterday. But really, what I'm here with John, Graham, and Suze is just a little feedback on how breath work and the practice of breath work, what it means to them, what it the benefits of it, instead of using it as a band-aid fix. So a lot of my message I'm trying to promote is that the importance of practice and the importance of showing up and being accountable for a practice, and that the spotlights and the retreats, they are valuable, but it's what you do on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, etc. So who'd like to start?
I'll start. How you doing? My name's Graham. Yeah, I started breathwork about 10 months ago. Why I came to breathwork, I don't know what I was trying to achieve, but I found that the practice, I do about 2 hours a week, twice a week. The live practice I find very good on a Wednesday, and it's brought me to a place where I can just recenter and regather. And I'd show it. It's after, as time goes on, it's especially in the last 3 or 4 months, we're putting in the practice every week. I've reaped the benefits from it, in work life, family life, and all in all, well-being. And it's just, it's very important to me now. It's actually part of my week, where before it was when I first started, it was a bit of a slug, do I do this, do I don't do it? Now it's just become part of my life, and it's, I love it anyway. Thanks,
Thanks,
John.
Hi, I'm John Davis. I'd started breathwork my first time about 1.5 years ago, and that same thing, I didn't really know what I was setting up to do. It was just something that I'd heard, and I'd given up on it, but I came back to it about 6 months ago, and with an intention of slowing the mind down and getting connected to myself. So now it's sort of a part of my routine, where every Wednesday at 8:30 I'm able to get into my breath and meditate, relax, set myself up going forward for the next few days. Last night we were here on an overnight retreat, and it's made me just come back to myself and slow the mind down, and not to be thinking of all work and all this and all that, and just brings me back to a place of flowness, not to be out there always looking for something. And what it's doing for me is when it's making me show up for myself. It's holding me accountable to, it's having a routine, and a part of the routine that's something actually that really works, that helps with the over busy mind, and helps with grounding and keep myself in a straight line. I find it really good, and it's also with a tribe. We've got a group of us that are from all over the country, but when we meet up at these things, it's like we're brothers and sisters. And it's also a place where you can reach out to somebody if you wanted to have a chat. It's been a big part of my life for the last 6 months. Been there every week. Really enjoying it. Thanks.
Thanks, John.
Hey, I'm Suzanne, a grateful member of Breathwave Ireland for the past 10 months. I found breathwork, and previous to that it would have been suggested to me to try breathwork. But I always kind of said that it wasn't for me, because I was like breathing every day, so kind of was just like, what would I be doing that for? It was very different when somebody gave me Ronan's number. I met him on the main street in my local village, and he was like, yeah, I did it for 3 years, and you know, and then I was like, okay, that's the second time that his name was mentioned to me. So I reached out and I joined the Breathwave online. And also online would have been a thing for me where I was like, I have enough of online stuff, but look, I'll give it a whirl anyway. And when I joined the app, the first 7 days were free. So I was like, do you know what? There's no loss. I'll just jump on and see how it goes. And I tried it the first night, and I definitely accessed something totally different, and it was rest. And at that stage, I kind of had access to a bit of rest, and I had been learning about the nervous system with somebody else, but this really aligned with what I was learning. You know, it really aligned with it, and I could feel it, like, you know, I was learning it and going through the emotional stuff and, you know, all of that, but then with this was the physical stuff for me. So this really like played a big part in me getting to more of that parasympathetic, the rest and digest. So, but to begin with, when I started the breath work, I found it even hard to like, because it was an hour online. But what I love about it firstly is that it's live and all the people are on. There could be 50, 60 people online. They're from all over the world. And I don't know what it is, but I can feel them in my front room. I can actually feel them, that I'm not alone in my front room, you know, that I'm lying down, but I can, when I'm breathing, I can hear or I feel them breathing too, like that wave. And I went from not being able to lie down for probably the first, I would say 2 months for the whole hour, to now I can. I can actually stay there for the hour and lie down and just like really be with the breath. Firstly it was all nose breathing, and now I can do through the mouth. Now I can do breath holds. And the breath hold for me, one of the key pieces for me, is that it's really helped me to pause in my life. Like, instead of reacting to something, I can actually pause. So the breath work has actually taught me how to slow down and pause. And honestly, it's so part of my routine, like you said, John, it's so part of my routine now. Like sometimes I'm driving my car and I'm doing the coherence breath, and I don't even know I'm doing that. But it's like it's part of me now, you know. So it's and I love being able to tap into the app every single day. There's so many shorter breathwork sessions recordings. There's gratitude, setting your intention for the day. There's also like, you know, videos on how to breathe, what the different breaths are, and they're very easy to, you know, understand. And I suppose I always say to people, like if they ask me about breathwork, I'm like, look, your first 7 days are free. Give it a whirl. You know, you never know what comes out of it after that. And I just get, like, my sister is on it as well, but I just get that if, even just to try something like this, I would have been like, too simple, but that's it. It's simple. It's really simple. And for me, the joy really is in the simplicity. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Susan.
Thank you.
Thank you guys, and I appreciate that. And I have this thing where I'm like, I don't want to try and sell people something. And we're in the world that we are in, and I'm trying to grow. Is it a business? Yeah, but it's also a very dear passion, and I'd be doing it on some level regardless, and I do still. But really what I hope is that anybody who is out there and who is unsure about breathwork, or it's anxiety, or you have an issue, come on in. But look to give it a chance to stay past a month, past 2 months. 2.5 hours a week will make a considerable difference to your nervous system, and your nervous system dictates how your patience is, dictates how your conversations happen, your reaction levels, your sleep, your physical, your recovery. I'm working with athletes, I'm working with mothers, I'm working with retirees. So it's across the board. And love to have you on board, love you to come down and connect with these beautiful people, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks everyone.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Roland.
Roland.
Cheers,
Thanks.
Thank you.